Here you see Jens on the right-hand side, right next to X-Lord. Will that be the match for later is the question. He's facing SoYma. Not a bad player by any means, but is he on the level of Jens is the question. It's truly fascinating how he appears out of nowhere, really, ladders and ladders and ladders, and getting better and better and better. And all of a sudden, he wins Dust League, and all of a sudden, he's among the best players on the ladder. Jens's special is, I guess, that he's refusing to die. He can be super far behind and still find ways to win the match. This is something that I've probably never really seen in this fashion. But let's see what these guys are cooking up. We're starting with the Demon Hunter for the Chilean Jens. And SoYma is testing the waters with the Potom. How good is the new Searing Arrow? How much damage can you inflict? I think it might be a good strat for SoYma to try to break Jens early. Because in late game, he is a monster. Maybe micro battles in the early and mid game stages.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is where he's most vulnerable. A win of Jens for one of the tickets would rip a hole into our budget, but I wouldn't mind, as I guess since Leon, we haven't had a player, or maybe even Razor Moon. Maybe Razor Moon is another example of someone who climbs the ranks super fast. No deny, looked like one, but wasn't. Demon Hunter versus Potom for a mirror match. Always nice if not both players play the same game and the same strats. Demon Hunter progress looking fine. He's super tanky, which is of course very helpful against a damage dealer like the Potom. Gauntlets help regenerating. Interesting to see that this simulation. This is of course why the creep was so fast. And I guess the initial harass is over with SoYma getting the information that it is no mana burn. Riach is here, damage is ramping up. SoYma knows that this is gonna be tough. But the bracket was out 6 days ago. Could practice your strat, fine-tune your strat, and let's see what you can do here. Good to still have, as it is tradition kind of, good to have 2 Night Elves from Ukraine in the bracket. Always welcome. And if it's not Foggy, well, then SoYma has to pick up, right? But Jens so far looking fine. He's not using too much mana because that would make healing more expensive. Quite some Jens fans though, right? The diehards that follow every cup and every development of Warcraft 3. Of course have heard of Jens. And are believing in the hype. Potom. There are many different strategies with the Potom. That is, of course, the classic mass hunts. That is mass hunts into glaives, supported with towers, supported with drops. But SoYma says, you know what? I saw a different strat, and I picked that one up. That is Potom Distraction, Huntress Map Presence, into Expo Dryads. Would be my guess. And Jens reacts with the staff. cost efficient. TP held. He also got the dust. He's still very tanky. He's creeping without an Ancient of War now. This will cost some moon juice. And SoYma realizing this. Trying to snipe the creep. Gets it done. He wants the Berserkers, of course. But that is one hell of a creep jack. Across the entire map. A bit of an obvious play, as the Berserkers are so helpful. And SoYma, still on tier 1, has the tech deficit, but might get up a base with this.
A town is under siege. The player's forces are under
Always a bit tough to make the right calls when you're playing Pod Mass Hunts, as there's usually only one direction. But now Shu is on Jens' foot. There is a Wisp. He was scouting. Did he see that base growing, or is he just assuming? Because otherwise, SoYma would soon be knocking on his door. With the hunts, with the glaives, with the 50 food,
attack.
and APs. Don't see any scouts going out. We got a Beastmaster, which might be hard counted by Dryads then. Not sure what a better alternative would be. Maybe a Naga, but Naga always fits. And of course, piercing damage is quite nice against Hunts, even though SoYma is transitioning already. Going upgrades, but he's still tier 1. That worries me a little, as he has no solution against these Quillbeasts right now. He does have a solution to archers, and that is just brute force attack them. And that is working well. This attack defended by completely ignoring the front line. Just storm for the bag and try to inflict as much damage as possible. Now the arrival of tier 2, instantly going Naga for some more pickups. And that is buying the necessary time for the expansion while Jens is at home. Oh, put him in trouble though. She forced the town portal on Jens before. Maybe roles are reversed now. Beastmaster in trouble. Podem in trouble. Both not the easiest game. Heal potion on the demon. Can he save him? Yep. Chilenian ping, historically not the greatest to any server in the world. But that was a class transfer. And Jens now with triple production, double Ancient of War Dryads into a mass range war with Hunts and Dryads. Now that's fascinating.
A town is under siege.
This strategy might be very, very powerful later. Beastmaster can't swap the potion this time, trying to get into safety. But double orb is not easy to tackle. Gets another Quill Beast out. There's an Invo potion and a staff, so the Beastmaster is definitely safe. Dryads are dominant against the Hunts, and SoYma, he has to take this fight, otherwise his Expo might fall sooner than later. Also going for Mercs from the right-hand side. Those bring the necessary piercing damage for a Podem level 4. And slowly you realize that the new steering arrows aren't that bad. But I guess Jens is still in control. Beastmaster's coming back. Clarity running. New Quill Beasts. And SoYma, where's the army? Towers aren't coming up. There's a tower and AP by Jens instead. Night Elves have a funny interpretation of their ancient protectors. Black Link, thank you for the tier 1 sub. 55 month. Sub count 3,261. An incredible, incredible number. Thankful for every single one of you guys. Also instant. Sorry, was a bit late to that. Shout out. Thank you for the 4 month. Oh, this is a tough nut to crack now. Wonder if you can go into glaives this late to have siege damage versus buildings and dryads, but then of course summons and demon hunter can hunt you. This just feels like a checkmate situation, doesn't it? Double AP, shop up as well. Oh, SoYma under so much pressure. And only dryads. Of course, you'd ideally take a dryad mirror because your dryads are stronger than the other dryads. But this equation, you can't really solve it that way. Not after this early game. As Jens is putting on quite a clinic. He was threatened a bit by that bottom harass, easily defended, by that creepjack, averted by TP. The expo was already a plan B for SoYma, I think, after seeing how that early game went. And now, there's a bit of a mass advantage. And another creepjack. Who has the better fighting skills? The aura and searing arrow, of course, helpful. And some dryads are falling here. Heal scroll used, can't save that one. Jens down in supply. Oh, ties it up now. The demon hunter is, of course, the best fighter. You can still get some kills. Especially with that Naga. Always the searing arrow. And this is just a bloodbath as SoYma takes out, or taps out. And Jens getting his first victory of the day. No pressure on him apparently. Even with the hype that's coming from the Americas region. As of course the North Americans say it's his player. As they always do. Just withstands the pressure. No problem at all. SoYma coming in with a game plan. And those can always work. But if your opponent is Jens, then need a little bit more. Wonder how many more strategies SoYma has prepared. I'm rubbing my hands already. Nice interactions, good clean fights, good items early on as well. Wonder if this bottom could do a little more if it's not ring and gloves. Those were pretty much the perfect calls. Or the perfect drops, rather. Ready, boys. Jens is the GOAT. Of course, Hero. I don't know if is he on the Night Elf Discord? SoYma pressures on him now. Probably one of the biggest stages that he's played on so far. Human Wreck, thank you very much for the 65 month. Jens, hype! Sub count hype. I would love to present you some great player picks, but I don't have one from SoYma, and I don't have one fitting for Jens. So we have to skip that. We can check if there's a result between them. It's another first time ever, by the way. And now SoYma under pressure, facing elimination. SoYma would still be able to play next week, as Don Cenilo, of course, had unfortunately to forfeit today. Is this the first qualifier where we don't have two family members playing in one qualifier? Because usually we had Thunder and Lucy. But not this time. We are all the NA family. Yeah. The a certain part of NA, of course, always likes to annex some other countries, eh? I see how it is. SoYma facing the lower bracket. Where would we meet Razormoon? And we stick with the Potom and we go into a Potom mirror. Jens, of course, going into this as the favorite. I mean, this guy won 2 maps against Colorful on like 300 MS. So obviously, he's going into the match as the favorite. Razormoon, by the way, before your match yesterday against Side, I showed our tail of the tape with your photo on and stuff, and someone said, "Ha! This guy looks like a rapper." Like, as if you knew. I think this guy just had a very good guess. When is your Warcraft EP dropping, by the way? We need one. Different style now. Again, for the people joining in later, Jens, the big hope of the Americas region. If he wins one more map, he is up against the record-holding German champion in Xlord, who received a death win in the first round because Don Cenilo was stuck at a family party. What do you guys think is the best mirror match to watch? I made an entire tier list about matchups. It's at youtube.com/backtowarcraft. Watch it, give it a like, and comment your feedback.
Players' forces are under attack.
Potom hunts, of course. We're doubling down on the hunts. And here on Shadowgrave, seems like SoYma was once again the aggressor. Items are going in his favor. Both reach level 2. Haven't touched music in 3 years. Oh! Well, priorities. Can't have it all. Warcraft 3 is a time-consuming hobby. But I mean, I'm pretty sure you couldn't do better than the Happy Fanboy song anyway. I mean, you could prove me wrong. So what style of Night Elf Potom mirror do we see now? Is it the push? Or is it expansions with dryads? Or are we just fighting with hunts and maybe glaives and maybe zeppelins? Or will we see base races? Such a shill for your own YouTube channel. My dude, I'm trying to push you so I can finally get 100k subs and finally get that play button award. But we're not getting there. So a cheap plug every now and then is necessary because you don't hit the sub button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the sub button. We can talk about this because there's not that much progress. But we open up the Merc camp on SoYma. I like that. The Berserker is really, really good. Expensive, but good. Jens with the creep jack, getting revenge for the springtime mercenary camp jack. So I'm already down to 50%. Jens with a bit of a block, but he got his eyes on the prize, and that prize is the Berserker. Easy picking. SoYma though, with a better aura at the moment. This Berserker was a big kill. Jens has to retreat anyway. Wasn't using too many searing arrows. So easy heal. Then he can go for his mercenary camp. And we got techs. At least one tech. Jens is a bit late. Six hunts versus 5. I was counting them on the screen and then I thought, ah no, we have the army composition bottom left and bottom right. Nice. Upgrades kicking in. Armor upgrade running for Jens, and he might want to wait a little bit. He's not really that competitive yet without the second aura. Hero focus also, of course, no option. With that potion in the hands of SoYma. Holding his ground for now. What's the follow-up? Who makes the better tactical decisions? Feel like SoYma's tech opens up a lot of opportunities. Especially in terms of dryads and expansions. We have an AP. Huh. Is that necessary? There's no glaives yet, but there's also no creeping of an expo yet. Ooh, with Alchemist and Mercs? That's not too bad. Yeah, of course we're going Alchemist. All the hunts do minimal AoE damage. And with that, the Alchemist is the dream to heal everything up at the same time. 4 and 1 versus 3 and 1. I guess I gotta say, SoYma's XP lead should worry every Jens fan out there a bit.
A player's forces are under attack.
Still potential, of course, to catch up. But SoYma's first bigger push. 3 scrolls. That's a big advantage. Heal scroll, protection scroll, scroll of the beast. But Jens is collapsing on him. Who got the better hunt micro? So far, definitely Jens. Nice surround. Exclamation mark. And with that, the push for now stopped. Jens moving into archers. Full tier 1 territory. But we even out the scrolls, we clean the labs, and I wouldn't mind seeing a little doom drop. Hunts raise buildings really, really fast, as nobody can repair against them. That was a horrible meta in 2000. When all you had to do was build hunts, click on a building. Nice. But yeah, big consumables as well. Scroll of the Beast would be quite nice if Wisps are not around. Oh, heal wards, of course, fantastic. Alchemist level 3, big lead in that regard. But this will all even out, will it not? They're sharing the map, playing it slow. And cue the upgrades. Has been a while since I've seen a pure hunt mirror. Double mana potion.
Player's forces are under attack.
Heal scroll, a heal spray advantage. And it's not breaking 50 food. A little bit of a stalemate. Both quite unsure if they should take the fight or not. Especially if you're SoYma. One misstep could lose you the series. Little bit of extra damage from archers, who of course get raised very quickly. 9 hunts and archers. Double mana potion on that alchemist is a lot of healing. I don't know if Jens can win a fight. And Jens knows this too, and he's not engaging. And that's why SoYma can just expand for now. But Jens smelling it takes a little detour. Ah, he saw it! Okay, AP against it. Again, gotta say. The use of protectors. Offensively. Here we go though, on Jens' home turf. SoYma trying to distract a little bit. We got pure Huntress, protection scroll on both sides. This archer backline is a gigantic advantage. I don't see how you can reach this. How do you prevent that damage? Zeppelin snipe as well. Just class. He didn't do much. It was simple strategies, right? Almost like a build order win.
Town is under siege.
Because he got that counter up. He took advantage. That was a protection scroll. And the scroll of the beast. Ooh, the big advantage for SoYma. Just gone. And Jens is lining up a massive attack. He's still got that healing ward. He's still got the double mana potion. That's the big dream, right? As SoYma is slowly getting into archers himself. Longbow upgrade done. Oh, Jens, he has time for the red spot apparently. Look at him go. Got the medallion. It's actually pretty good on the alchemist, exactly. And that expo survived. SoYma's making a transition, but it's 4 archers versus 11. Well, maybe soon to be 10, but it's a lot of archers, is my word here. Expo just sniped, no response by SoYma. Trying to take the fight now is Jens. He could get a double whammy. Expo, kill, and army. There is, of course, no catch, as there is no Naga or Dryad or whatever. Relatively simple. Understandable for SoYma to not engage. You don't have that much piercing damage. You have the pressure of being down a map. And here we go. Is that the big fight? Protection scroll, double heal scroll, but triple heal scroll on Jens. Made a phenomenal job in gobbling these up. Archers on the left-hand side. Pretty much unprotected here, but also, oh my god, the damage output is absurd. It's so good. He's flanking from the right, but the right-hand side flank is gone. He's now flanking from the top. Heal ward in the back is quite nice, but we're just sniping archers. Just who's faster? Jens is faster by a landslide. And he can't fall back on an expansion. He can't fall back on anything. Jens, utter domination. You got 2 archers and 2 heroes. Nothing but net. And Jens takes it 2-0. Again, proving why he's one of America's finest, if not the finest. SoYma didn't see the archers coming, ran into it, butchered his consumables a bit,